Welcome back.
Hey,
Welcome to the
hola
pod.
amigas.
We're just here,
What's the vibe today?
gloomy.
Gloomy. Dude, it rained and I didn't even notice.
When was the last time you stepped out of the house?
Today? None.
Yesterday?
I haven't. Yesterday, I did open the door, walk out a little bit. And
Like-
today I was like, maybe I should go for a walk, but then I was like, ugh, I can't.
Yesterday when you went out, were you like, yuck, and you came back in?
Dude, yeah. No, because ever since I moved up here to Austin, my allergies are so fucking bad. And like sometimes there are days where I will get a whiff of fresh air and immediately sneezing, pinches mocos all over. Like it's gross. And so like sometimes I just strictly avoid being outside.
Yeah, but I went on a walk yesterday and we had some rain and I knew it was going to rain, but I guess I just was like, fuck it, whatever. And I got caught in the rain. And I think, like I told you before, I felt like,
Were you like,
Drew Barrymore.
were you just like loving life, or were you like, get me the fuck out of here?
I mean, I think like from a human perspective, you're just like, I need to get to like somewhere dry, you know.
You're a cat. You're like
that like monkey brain, yeah. But I was kind of living for it. It was nice. And then that day it was super humid and hot, so the rain actually felt kind of nice.
You know, I had a friend in high school who's like I want to say dream. Well,
Oh, thank you.
Diet Coke and pickle juice. It's the Dua Lipa drink.
Cheers.
Dula Peep.
Dula
Cheers.
Peep to Dula Peep.
I've never. Is there jalapeno?
Yeah, a little bit of splash of jalapeno.
That's fine.
Okay, but I will say, amigas,
If it had vodka in it, maybe.
I had a tapatio ramen earlier. Something's a brewing.
That's like half of it is salt, right?
Dude, yes, but I was like, maybe that's the quickest thing for me to eat. Because today I didn't like, I went straight from like ending my meeting to like needing a break. I was like in back-to-back meetings all day that I just like, my brain was fried. And my plan originally today was to very much like last time, or like how I have been doing this last couple of weeks, is that right after work, I work out. Because if I don't do it right away, I'm not going to do it at all.
Yeah.
And I'm working out here at home. I'm doing the Apple Fitness in my room. But I put together like a little plan, like it lets you customize. So it's like when, so I'm doing like Tuesday through Saturday, an hour. And I do 30 minutes of HIIT, 30 minutes of strength.
All right.
Mind you, not seeing any results. And it's been 4 weeks. So I'm going to sue Apple. No. So then like, if I don't do it right away, like I just know myself, I'm going to like settle into like the couch or whatever,
Yeah.
and then I'm done.
Yeah.
But then I spent too long contemplating whether or not I had enough time to work out today, and so then I just didn't. And then I'm like, I need something quick to eat, so I made a tapatio ramen, and then immediately I was like, it's not good,
You got the bubble guts.
dude. Not yet, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's something's a brewing.
You're like, we better wrap up in 40 minutes.
So, you know, my stomach will wrap it up for us real soon. But no, I was saying, like, we're talking about the rain. I had a friend in high school who's like, peak romantic moment was for her to get kissed in the rain. And she would always like write this. You know, we were all about our quotes in our
Facebooks.
in our MySpace, and our Bebos, and our MSN messengers or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, what was it? Was like, it's gonna come to me. Oh, it was like the first guy or the first boy to kiss me in the rain keeps me for life.
And did it? And did you? Follow up.
No, but that's everyone's story. The first boy, whatever. Like, yeah.
That's true.
But then I remember, have you ever kissed in the rain? It's not fun. It's cold.
I've never done it. No.
It's not like romantic. You're just like, okay, this is.
Was she inspired by Spider-Man, the upside down kiss?
Honestly?
Probably. I think that inspired a generation.
You
And
know,
apparently Kristen Dunst says that was like it was not sexy or comfortable at all to like kiss like that.
Yeah. Because like what's his name? Toby Maguire. It's supposed to be raining and he's upside down.
Yeah.
It just kept going in his nose.
Yeah.
Pobrecito, se andaba vagando el mijo. But I've also heard Kirsten Dunst say that she's like, I did that for a check, which is so real.
Yeah.
Like, I think one time the guy who did Superman said that he did acting for the checks and he got like backlash. ¿Cómo se llama? Henry
Cavill?
Henry Cavill. Yeah, he said that that it was like, you know, it's a job, and people were like, it's a craft, it's an art, and he's like, well, I make money.
Yeah.
And that was so real to me. I was like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
If you make money, yeah.
Everyone has to make.
What is it? And you would do it too for a check, like.
He's apparently a big nerd, like the kind of nerd that like builds computers.
Okay.
You know, that kind of nerd.
Could I build a computer?
Yes, I can do anything.
Have you ever seen that picture of Shakira like sitting on the computer?
No.
It's like a really old, like the big box, and she's like smiling.
No,
It's like one of my favorite pictures. Yeah.
that's funny.
But yeah, okay. What are the vibes today in our outfits? We're very
Grungy.
grungy.
90s.
We're very 90s grunge. We're very
I'm running out of clothes.
punk.
I'm running out of clothes for the podcast, by the way.
Oh, I ran out of clothes a long time ago. I'm like, I can't come up with these creative things.
I haven't luckily repeated yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah. Hence why I wore my Halara pants like twice.
Wait, Hilara, like the chick who's married to Alec Baldwin? Is that her name? Hilara?
Her name is Hillary. She calls herself Hilaria because she pretends to be from Spain.
But then all the white people call her Hilara.
Yeah, because she speaks.
Hillary.
Have you ever seen like? I guess she speaks with an accent, and I didn't know who she was for the longest time. But there's like a segment where she's like cooking, and she like forgets how to say a vegetable in like English, and people are like, "Bitch, you're from the East Coast or whatever the fuck. Like you're not Spanish."
It's crazy. That's nuts. Yeah, running out of clothes. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
My dress is, I've had it for a while. I just hadn't worn it. Because for what? But this is, I believe I got this at Target, and it was one of the last times I shopped there. Because fuck Target. Fuck Pam Bondi. And I'm pairing it with my Docs, and I'm wearing a black cardigan. And my dress is, what do you call this length? Midi?
I think it's a mini dress.
A mini dress. It's floral.
It's
mostly
giving like
green.
Courtney Love, Seattle, 1990s.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Do you believe in that conspiracy that she had Kurt Cobain killed? Luke kind of does.
Really?
He doesn't like her. I mean, I don't know if she's like a good person necessarily. I think her and her daughter like are not on speaking terms. Or they've had issues before, yeah.
Frances Bean.
That image of RuPaul holding her, have you seen it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so RuPaul was, big in the 90s, and so I guess they were at like an event or something, but it's RuPaul holding her, and then there's Kurt Cobain, and I think he's wearing sunglasses.
Oh.
It's a pretty iconic photo. Yeah.
No, Kurt Cobain was just going through it.
Yeah. Poor thing.
Pobrecito.
Yeah.
What? Tell me about your...
I'm wearing this like vintage Journeys shirt that I wore for the...
Name 5 Journey songs.
I don't.
You poser.
I bought this for the New Year's party that we threw, which was a... What was it called? Like a...
Wait. The
Decades.
Decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Journey just a small town girl? That's the only one I know.
Yeah. So the vibe was 70s, I think, and I ended up finding this at a vintage store. Then these are Balmain cargo pants, and then I have my Bottega Veneta SpongeBob boots, the ones that squeak.
Love the boots.
Squeak, squeak, squeak,
Squeak,
squeak.
squeak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very grungy day,
It really
which
is.
honestly, it's been a very grungy week. I feel so moody, but just girly things.
Dear Diary, mood, apathetic. Do you remember that song?
No,
I'm an emo kid, nonconformist as can be.
Who's that?
Do you know that song, Ricky? No?
No, not at all.
Every
I don't
time you
know what
lean
the
in,
fuck
it's
you're
like
talking
You're
about.
testifying.
Yeah, I'll have to play for you sometime. But me and Jocelyn used to sing that all the time. It's a song
So this
about
was
an emo
like
kid.
high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's Adam and Andrew. Never heard of
Never
them.
heard of
Me
them.
neither. Aside from that one song. Yeah.
Who was your favorite band in high school?
I used to like this band called Power Space. And I really liked All Time Low as
Okay. I have heard of them.
well. Death Cap for Cutie.
The I Will Possess Your Heart. Is that them? You've got to spend some time, love. You guys, should I be a singer?
You give an elegant pose with the mic.
I think
I'm a star.
a star
Yeah.
at heart. Like, I
Yeah.
think I'm meant to be more. I ascend. I'm meant to be more than this.
I know.
Yeah. So I really liked Taking Back Sunday when I was in high school, but I also liked like British bands. So it was so cool and so indie. And this summer we're actually gonna go see. We're going to London to see one of my favorite bands that like has been in retirement since like 2016.
Are they our age or a little older, you think?
Actually, maybe a little older because I discovered them when I was in high school. And okay, this is so nerdy, but there was a time where I was really into Harry Potter. No. Therefore, I know you guys probably don't know this about me.
Yeah.
Therefore, super in love with Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel
Really?
Radcliffe, if you see this, hype uppy.
That's so crazy because you're really not into white boys, really.
He's just, I mean, I don't know why. I loved him so much.
You know what surprised me when I asked you one time, like, who's kind of like your secret, like, crush?
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
You told me, what's his name? He was in The Goonies and
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. I was shocked. I was like, really? He is very sexy though.
You guys, like, but not even Josh Brolin in The Goonies. Like, Josh Brolin as an adult, as a man.
Like a senor.
Like, as a father.
Yeah. He's sexy. Yeah, that shocked me. I was like, really?
For my girlies that have seen Planet Terror, he's the doctor. And I think that might have been my sexual awakening. No, but okay, so I was really into like Daniel Radcliffe, and I remember that meant that like I would watch anytime. Obviously, like the movies were still coming out. So when they would do like promos and they would be like in interviews, I would like try to catch those interviews. And then one time, do you remember the channel Fuse? It was
Yes.
like a music channel.
Yeah.
It was just him, it was an appearance, and they asked him like, oh, like who are you listening to these days? And he said, have you heard of the Sunshine Underground? And obviously the interviewer, like it's a music, like he knew, or he was like, yeah, they're so cool. He goes, yeah, that song especially. And then he named the song Put You in Your Place. He goes, that's such a really cool song. And then in my head, I was like, I need to know who this band is because Daniel Radcliffe loves them.
Yeah.
So then I started listening to them and then I really liked them. And this was like, that album was the one that I was introduced to. And I think that's their first album. And I like fell in love with it, played all the time. And I never found like a vinyl of them or whatever. I think I bought the album like on iTunes at one point, but then in 2016 when I was like, okay, I have adult money, what if they come to the States? And so, but they never did. And in 2016 is when they like retired, but they're getting together this year because it's 20 years since that album came out that I like, which was 2006. So I'm talking about me seeing an interview in 2006 and being like, I want to love this band. And then that album turns 20 and they're doing like a show in like Leeds in London, and I bought tickets.
What are you gonna wear?
This.
Honestly, that would be really cute.
I'm gonna wear this, and I was gonna try to do an accent, but I won't. And I'm just gonna go be a fan, and I'm really looking forward to it because I've never really outside of like, okay, I did go see Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico, but like traveling to London to see this band that hasn't put anything out in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. Have you always loved Beyonce, or was that like a later thing for you? Were you a Destiny's Child? fan?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So like I followed like Destiny's Child's like discography, but then when Beyonce went solo, I remember like her debut album, B-Day. No, that's not her debut album. Dangerously in Love is her debut. So that one, yes, because like Crazy in Love was like everywhere. And then I think I missed when B-Day came out, but then I came back when I Am Sasha Fierce came out. And then I think since then, and then like Arlene and I like would listen to Beyonce like every time we would hang out.
Yeah. I think for me, I guess my queen is probably Gaga for sure. Especially like during that time, like that's when I was like coming to terms with like my gayness. So like Born This Way, was like really pivotal. By the way, have you heard of her new song with Doechii? Have you heard it yet?
No.
It's so good. Ricky, have you heard it, Ricky?
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Ricardo, he's a Lady Gaga fan.
I know.
Like he goes back to
A little monster.
he calls himself a little.
Record scratch, Linda doesn't like Lady Gaga.
It's just something's not right. No, I'm just kidding. No,
It's too queer. I don't know.
I think-
she's not straight enough for me.
I like her. No, you guys don't cancel me. I like her. I just don't love her.
Why?
I don't know. Well, I think it's like, okay,
Do you feel like it's not for you?
I feel like it's not for me. I feel like it's too clubby. And if I'm going to like clubby music, I would rather listen to reggaeton
Or 90s?
or 90s.
Yeah.
That song that go, and that's what takes me high. Do you know that one? Fucking love that song.
Okay.
Like,
that's interesting because you
A
are
Night at
kind
the
of a club
Roxbury.
rat.
A Night at the
A
a Night at
club
the
rat.
Roxbury, yeah.
Yeah.
That type of music. Like,
Right.
Hadaway, What Is Love? Yeah.
What about, do you like a Kylie Minogue?
Well, I mean, obviously, like I love her cultural hit, Can't Get You Out of My Head, right? That one?
Na, 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 na. Oh
I
my
have a
God,
core
we should
memory
sing.
of should we be singers?
Yeah.
I have a core memory of like seeing her music video. And I was
Yeah.
like, I love this song.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I never got, okay, I think it's probably because I didn't really like Just Dance.
And that tainted your perspective?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy because like I think she gets better and better every time. Like I'm always like, she can't top this, and she does, I think.
I mean, that's how I felt about Bad Bunny.
And Beyonce.
That's how I feel about Beyonce. But I feel, okay, so when I say I don't like, okay, I don't say I don't like Lady Gaga, but I feel like
You're not
I-
a fan.
I
Huge
wouldn't
fan.
even, I'm not a huge fan, but I feel like I wouldn't even be like if somebody was like, I love Lady Gaga, I wouldn't be like, oh, why? Like I would never do that. But some people do that about Beyonce, right? When you're like, I love Beyonce, and then therefore you're fucking mainstream and you're not cool.
Well, and there's like some racism in there.
No, of
and-
course. I will say my sister-in-law's ex-husband, you're racist. One time we were talking about Beyonce and he was like, she doesn't sing, she just yells. And I was like, okay, microaggression.
Well, what's crazy to me is you're such a Beyonce fan and you've never seen Dreamgirls. We need to watch that.
I've seen Obsessed. I've seen Obsessed. And I have a cap that says, I am Beyonce always.
Yeah.
That is peak drama. Peak thriller. With
She
Abby
did a
Larder.
really good job in Dreamgirls. Do you feel like part of you's like afraid it's not going to be good?
Well, no, it's just I feel I didn't really grow up knowing anything about like the Dream Girls, like that story and that history. So like it didn't click like when a movie came out that it was about something, about like this cultural moment, these famous people and stuff.
Yeah.
So no, it didn't really like click to me. And even now I'm not quite sure what Dreamgirls is about.
So it started as a Broadway show in the 70s, and Cheryl Lee Ralph, she's in Abbott Elementary, right?
Yes.
So she was
I found
the
out.
original cast
Okay.
of Dreamgirls. Yes.
Is she in the movie?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if she made a cameo or not, but she was the original. If you look at like clips of her like embodying that role that Beyonce plays,
But who does
she looks
Beyonce?
so
Does she play
gorgeous.
she plays someone famous? It's about someone.
So okay, yeah. So it's loosely based around the Supremes,
Yes.
Diana
Okay.
Ross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
I guess when they originally started the group, Diana Ross wasn't the front runner of the group. It was somebody who was a little curvier. So eventually, because we live in America, you need to look a certain way in order for them to like further their popularity. They decided to switch them off, and Diana Ross became
the
the head
face.
the face of the group because she was prettier and skinnier.
You know who they did that to? The CNC Music Factory. The Everybody
Oh
Dance
yeah.
Now. Because she and I think it was just her. I actually don't know like how many were like the CNC Music Factory, but like the lead singer, like I do remember learning about how they put in the video it's like a skinny black woman because of course like they just wanted somebody that like looks the part, but it's actually like this bigger also I mean also a black woman, but this bigger woman who was like, yeah, they just put somebody else's face on it.
Yeah. She used to be a part of a group called Two Tons of Fun. It was her and another big woman. And they used to sing for this artist called Sylvester in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
Luke really loves Sylvester and the Two Tons of Fun. So like I know a little bit about her. But yeah, she ended up suing, I believe, and like ended up getting a lot of money.
What about the Weather Girls?
That's them.
That's them.
That's
it's
them.
Raining Men. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
I thought the Weather Girls was the name of the group.
So I think so when they were with Sylvester, I believe they were Sylvester and Two Tons of Fun, and then they like, I think Sylvester had died at that point from complications of AIDS, and I think they ended up doing their own thing in the 80s once he passed, and then they were called the Weather Girls. Can you fact check that, Ricky? That's what I understood.
So,
Yeah, Weather
and
Girls.
I feel
Two Tons of Fun.
if two of them were, so it's two of them. So they would be the same.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Yeah, but are they the same? Two Tons of Fun the same as the Weather Girls?
At least one of them I know.
I think also a lot of why I know like just random music, it's more because I would watch like those VH1 shows. Because
Yeah, they changed their names from Two Tons of Fun to Weather Girls.
okay, because my understanding was that Weather Girls, It's Raining Men was like a one-hit wonder.
They sang a bunch of stuff.
Or so okay, maybe I'm misremembering. I either saw it in like a one-hit wonder sort of like listicle show, or I saw it in one of those like I love the 80s, I love the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, I love those shows. They were so funny.
I wish
That's where I got all my cultural like references.
VH1, wherever you are, like please put them on streaming. Like
They were
I
so
learned
funny.
so much
I
from
know.
them, just like pop culture, like seeing like all these like different types of art. That's how I found out who, and this played in the radio like 2 days ago when I was in the car, in Informer, the Informer, and then he raps really fast.
I don't know
It
that.
was this white guy named Snow. But here's the thing: he was white, Canadian, Jamaican rapper. So like, picture that.
Yeah.
And I think he's like all like, I think he did a song or like Daddy Yankee sampled him in the last couple of years, and I think he comes back and like maybe does like a little like ad-libby to it.
Yeah. I don't know why. Like, I really have, now that we're getting older, like, I really have a soft spot for like 90s house music, and I'll play that a lot. And the one that I have in my head right now is, I'm not good at singing, but the one that goes, dee dee, dee 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 dee, ow. Do, do, do. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I love that song. I don't know what it's called.
The I'm too sexy
Yeah.
for this shirt. So sexy, yeah.
But around that time where, like you were saying, that she had recorded that song and then they used like a skinny girl. That was around the time with Milli Vanilli too.
Dude,
So there was just like
Vanilli.
controversy after controversy of people just stealing people's voices.
Something happened recently that
Didn't
like
one of them kill themselves too because of it?
Shut the fuck up.
I think so. Can you fact check that?
So there was a Milli Vanilli resurgence last year because that fucking song, the baby girl, like fuck, I don't even know how it goes, but it was kind of like the backdrop to that show about the Menendez brothers. Because it was around the same time. Like that was like a song that they would play.
Yeah.
So like Milli Vanilli had like some sort of like online resurgence on TikTok and stuff. And I think about how, and then I was like, wait a minute. I do remember like hearing about this a long time ago. And then I went back to it. And then, so the thing is, if y'all are not familiar with Milli Vanilli, is like this duo, these two men, and they were from New Zealand.
I don't know.
Were
they brothers?
I don't remember. But they were lip syncing. And they weren't like, it wasn't their original voice. They were lip syncing, but they, you know, they were the face of it. And they won a Grammy. And they beat out, I actually know about this because one of the podcasts that I listen to like really loves the Indigo Girls. And I think they lost to Milli Vanilli, like for Artist of the Year.
Best New Artist or something.
Something like that. And then later on, Milli Vanilli was performing, was it the Grammys? They were performing in, me being a very bad storyteller, you guys. I'm just making shit up. They were doing a performance and then like the track skipped. And then everybody found them out that they were lip singing, and then it came out that it wasn't their song. So I think they officially they like took their Grammy from them, but they didn't give it to anybody else. So it's not like the Indigo Girls were like, they were like, hey, you were like, you deserved that. I just think for that year, there's just no like artist or song of the year. Like that's award is like category. There's no winner.
Yeah.
But now you see all these like singers who are like lip syncing. Like you guys were so unfair to Ashley Simpson.
Oh yeah, totally. And
Justice
she did her little.
For Ashley Simpson. For her SNL, what is it, like also lip singing thing? Like she did sing, you guys. She just didn't sing that day.
Well, okay, another thing too, you know the iconic Whitney Houston Super Bowl performance where she does the national anthem?
Yes.
Apparently that was lip sync too. She did sing like a
she
recording.
recorded it.
Yeah, but she lip synced at the performance. So, I mean, I think that's fine. I don't know. I think we overestimate how many really good singers there are that we idolize.
Try singing to a live audience.
Yeah. I mean, there's very few. That's why we call them the divas, right? Like there's like Mariah Carey.
Well, they also did that to Beyonce. It was also an anthem that they said that she was lip singing. And then she goes, I think it was at Obama's inauguration where they say that she was lip singing.
Which I think it's fine.
So then later on, she does another, maybe national. Fuck, I'm forgetting everything today. She sings the second time she sings. Excuse me. Right after that, she goes, "Any questions?" Because she's like, "Fuck you guys. Like you were doubting me."
Well, and that's such bullshit too, because there's so many clips that have come online now of her and Destiny's Child, and like back then, if you were like an up and coming artist, like it was pretty normal for a journalist to be like, "Can you give us a little acapella?" And they would just do it on the spot. And so people thinking that she can't sing, I'm like, she's there harmonizing with like two other girls.
And also, her dad, Pinche Matthew Knowles, you know who you are at. Like he had her. She would run and sing because for her to train her voice, and that's why you don't hear her being out of breath, and that's why it sounds fake to you all because Matthew had her running outside and singing.
And here's the thing: there's levels to these singers' abilities. Like I wouldn't say that Beyonce's a better vocalist than Mariah Carey, but they're still talented in their own ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like,
well, because their voices are different.
They're so different.
Beyonce has like a deeper voice.
Yeah, and Mariah Carey is just like
she has like a different type of pitch.
Like her and Whitney are like on another caliber. You know what I mean? They can just sing that. And even people have commented too, like now that Mariah Carey's getting older, her voice is like a lot deeper. Like she probably can't sing the way that she used to, but that just comes with age, you know?
Yeah. And you know, it's crazy that like Whitney Houston of course, a masterpiece of "I Will Always Love You," and that's a fucking Dolly Parton song.
I know.
That's
And
crazy.
you know that bitch was just cashing, and she's like, she can sing if she wants.
Yeah, of course. She's
Yeah.
like, "Do it, baby. Give me the money."
I mean, and she did that for sure. Do you think that Selena would be as popular now if she's still
Yes.
alive?
Yes.
I would be concerned about her religious views though, and I wonder if that would have changed.
What were they?
She was pro-life.
Okay.
There's radio recordings of her saying that, and
I mean, as long as
Were they Jehovah's?
I think so. I mean, as long as she, if she
Keeps her
were,
mouth shut,
if she was here with us today, as long as she's not setting policies, in Capitol Hill, then all right, girl.
Yeah, just don't
anybody
don't
have
pull
your
a
ways.
Nicki Minaj, girl.
Fuck Nicki Minaj. Okay, and then also the lip singing that I will not forgive is J-Lo. Because girl, those aren't even your vocals.
Yeah.
T.
Just stick to acting. She should have just stuck to acting.
Okay, why don't you call Matthew McConaughey up
Yeah.
real quick, team up, give us the holiday movie of the year.
Maid in Manhattan 2, The Return of the Maid. I don't know.
The Return of the Maid.
She goes back to being a maid.
Made in Manhattan, the Squeakquel. Made in Manhattan, Electric Boogaloo.
The Wedding Planner Strikes Back. I don't know.
Strikes Back, yeah. Two Made, Two Manhattan.
I mean, I do believe in karma sometimes, because sometimes these people who get away with being nasty for so long, they get their comeuppance,
Like who?
J-Lo.
Ooh.
Nobody likes her right now. I don't even know who she is.
But the thing is that she's so beautiful. And if she was just cool,
With her orange drinks and her cheese sandwiches or whatever.
if you know, you know. You know what? Okay, it's going to be her and Blake Lively suing us now.
For defamation of character. Oh, okay. So, did you watch Dawson's Creek growing up? I didn't really.
No, but I mean, I'm aware of it.
So one of the actors made a documentary about cryptocurrency and how like unethical it is.
Okay.
And so he's like apparently like really intelligent, I think he has a degree in economics, but he's been really passionate and has like gone to Congress to testify about how cryptocurrency is just basically kind of like a scam, and it's used for sex trafficking. It's used by like certain countries that are our enemies to like go around sanctions so they can still do trade, but like it's in crypto. But it's really interesting that like some of these actors from our childhood like really do these like complete different directions that I just was not expecting.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like another example like that, but like I used to, so
Kim Kardashian, she's gonna be a lawyer.
you guys,
She's really
she
trying.
passed the baby bar. Dude, she's gonna kick her ass too.
Okay, but I find that really frustrating because people are like, she's trying, and I'm like, well, what a luxury to
Well,
try.
no, she didn't go to law school.
What a luxury to try
Right?
and
She
take your
didn't-
time.
She didn't go to law school. She was just like studying.
I think
and
she
taking like
I think she did graduate.
She did not attend traditional law school, but she completed a 4-year legal apprenticeship program known as California's Law Office Study Program.
Okay, so that doesn't sound to me like she was like actively taking classes and being like graded on like chingos of things. Also, I don't know how law school works, but
What, like it's hard? But yes, actors who, or, pop stars or whatever who like go deviate in different directions is,
who just like step out of the limelight
yeah.
and just pursue other things.
Yeah.
There was this like one of the shows that I also grew up watching was Degrassi, and one of the guys on there like is like a journalist now. Like not even, big things, big star type of thing, but like he's a writer, like he's a journalist.
Amanda Bynes wants to be a nail artist, a nail tech, right? Amanda Bynes. We didn't get to talk about this because we took our break, but have you seen those clips on social media where it's like, Mom, what were you like in the 90s? And then they show, there was one with Amanda Bynes and they just showed her like when she was younger, when, you know, to us, she was like more adult, you know, or whatever. And I
Yeah.
was just like, I loved Amanda Bynes.
Yeah,
I loved all her movies.
but fuck Dan Schneider.
The industry fucked her up.
For real. Did you watch that
I don't know.
behind the scenes? I think it was called Behind the Scenes for the Nickelodeon.
Mm-mm.
That man's a pervert. But also there was like another man there that like also assaulted
Children.
Drake Bell from Drake and Josh.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Isn't he the one that James Marsden wrote like a letter? being
Yes,
like,
yes.
"He's not-"
Several people like came forward and were like, "That's not the man we know." Like whatever. Like he would never do this. Which is, first of all, fuck anybody who defends, you know, predators and abusers and stuff. But like, they're like, why would somebody make something up, like make something like this up? Like, these are not the things people lie about, need to lie about, want to lie about. And then for fucking celebrities to be like writing letters, and it's like, you know, because they did the same thing about Woody Allen too, right? Like, certain celebrities were like still willing to work with him and stuff.
Well, also, I think Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher got a lot of flack too for writing a letter.
Danny Masterson.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that guy. He's in jail. He's in jail too right now. Yeah.
I don't know. Were you a fan of Malcolm in the Middle growing up? So they did a reboot.
Ricardo watches it. We actually watched a couple of episodes of the new one like last week.
Of course, we were like, it's too woke because I don't know if you remember like when the show ended, she ended up having a girl.
Oh no!
And that was her dream, was to always like have a girl because she had all these boys and they were just like always trouble to her, whatever, blah blah blah.
I didn't know. I thought the show ended with her having a little son.
That
Or did they have another?
They had another kid.
Oh, I didn't know
She
that.
finds out that she's pregnant. So they were saying, a lot of people were saying like the joke is that the daughter ends up being non-binary, and so it's almost like Lois can never have like the kind of like girl that she wants or whatever. Blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah. I saw like, you know, when they just do like clips of the show and be like, oh, it's so woke, but like Bryan Cranston, the dad, Hal, was always a loving dad. Like he always called his son sweetheart and sweetie. So they're like, that's not woke. That's just like that's just being a loving parent type of shit.
Yeah, it's definitely not woke in any way. Like I was never like. Anyway, so my point was that his brother, Danny Masterson's brother, plays Francis, the older brother.
Yeah, and I mean they do look alike.
He looks really good on that show, though.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Although the actor who plays Reese looks a little rough.
That's what I said.
He looks a little rough. I think he even mentions it in the show. He's
like addresses it.
Yeah.
I know that the guy that the actor that is now playing Dewey is not the original actor because he didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. But what's so funny is like growing up, like I thought Reese was like really cute. He was like my favorite, even though he was like horrible.
The troublemaker.
Well, it was him and Francis that were my favorite.
And then in the reboot, Malcolm's friend, was he always gay?
No. Okay, that one did shock me. I was like, that's a stretch.
Okay, then that is woke.
That was a stretch because he always seemed into girls. And at one point, there's an episode where he's milking his, like, the fact that he's in a wheelchair and, like, trying to get this girl's attention. And, like, he grabs her boobs at one point. But, I mean, I had a girlfriend in high school, so, like, whatever. But that I did not see coming.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. He was gay? But then I was like, oh, interesting. Because, like, I think it cuts, like, a scene and he's there with, like,
his husband
and maybe their daughter or something like that. Yeah.
That I was not expecting. That is woke for sure. Yeah.
Okay. One thing that I wrote here, as like the first line when in my topics, I wrote, not so breaking news, the president wasn't killed.
I know.
Which, if he's not dead, I don't want to fucking hear it. Like, don't give me breaking news if he's Still breathing.
Well, and it's interesting to me that the conservatives are like, everyone's so fucked up thinking this is a conspiracy theory. I'm like, that's really funny coming from you who basically normalized conspiracy theories.
All your policies are based on conspiracy theories.
And people are kind of pissed too because usually Donald Trump has not been very kind to the press, but all of a sudden at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, he's been inviting more liberal leaning, like, like CNN and stuff like that. So people are pissed because now CNN is like, it was very real. Why do people say that it's not? It's like, you may have thought it was real, but you're being used. So like, stop gaslighting us and being like, why do you guys think it's not real when you're not looking at like how fishy all of this shit is?
And then like the shooter was identified to be like a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know. Like, so you think it wasn't
I
real?
don't know. I mean, I just think it's really interesting that after that judge struck down the building of his ballroom, the only way for them to like potentially get that project to go back up is because if there was like security concerns, and then all of a sudden,
Oh, because he does say that. He's like, this wouldn't happen in the ballroom.
mm-hmm.
Fuck the ballroom. If I ever went to somebody's house and everything was like fucking gold plated, that is so tacky.
Yeah, it's very like new money.
Yeah.
It's very like,
oh, so you've never been rich before?
yeah, it's weird. My thing is like, okay, like what is the Secret Service for? Why are they fumbling everything? How did this man get through security? Like, how is he able to go from state to state with all this shit?
I saw the fucking, man, I don't even know if this was CNN or which site it was that I clicked to it, where they had like a diagram of like where he walked in and how close he was to getting down the stairs to go to the ballroom. But then you see in the graphic just the one security checkpoint. And I was like, that's it? There's something at the White House. That's it? You don't have like a more in-depth like security system? The guy like it's literally when you go through in the airport, he just went around it. And then it's like,
Where's all this money we're spending on security? Like what? Where's that going?
Then where are the tax dollars going?
Like, so I've gone to visit the White House once, like when I was like in middle school or high school, I can't remember, but like you have to like apply to go visit. Then they do like a background check. It's like a whole thing to even like enter the White House if you want to visit. So how the fuck you think that like as soon as he, like when he was across the street, you think somebody would be there with like night vision goggles and be like, oh shit, he's got a gun, let's shoot him, sniper him. Like, I don't understand how that.
I mean, when I saw that like little graphic or whatever diagram, I was like, okay, so like he just walked right by y'all. So if this is real and this is a real threat, you guys are useless at your job.
It sounds like there needs to be other safety protocols done before you get the ballroom. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, it was like, if he's still breathing, I don't fucking care. Tell me when he's not.
I noticed this so I use like the notes app to keep track of like the workouts that I do. And for some reason I put on here, I suck 'em. And then below that it says, yeah, I know. I don't know. And they're in quotes too.
That's your only.
I suck 'em. Yeah, I know.
So I saw earlier this week. Okay, so did you watch Jersey Shore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember like when Snooki got punched in the face?
Oh yeah.
So I saw the uncensored clip because in the show when it aired, you see like her like yelling at the guy because what happens is that they're at a bar and she ordered shots, but the guy next to her was so fucking drunk or whatever, he like took her shots. And she's like yelling at him. She's like, these aren't even yours, these are for me and my friends. And this is what, season 1? And when it aired, like I remember seeing like her yelling at the guy, and then like it goes black, but you hear the audio where everything's like sort of gets out of like all the commotion. And then you see the guy being like basically like chased out of the bar. Earlier this week, I saw the uncensored clip of her getting punched in the face, and you can see that like, so she's yelling at him. She's like, those aren't yours, those aren't for you. And the guy's like, whatever, like ignoring her. And then Mike, the situation is like right there. And he's like kikiing with the guys, but she's like, these aren't yours, these are for us. And then Mike's like, whatever, it's fine. That's when the guy like punches her, like just straight up to the side, goes like that, and like she fucking falls because she's like on a tall chair, so she like falls to the ground.
She's tiny.
Let me tell you that yes, I was like, fuck, like this is like the video of her like getting punched, but JWoww is a real fucking G, because she is the immediate one that starts punching him.
Not even Mike.
I think the guys like weren't even around, so then it takes him like a couple seconds to like track what's happening, and then I think Ronnie and like Vinny like try to like chase, but like other guys who are around there that immediately see it like do interject, but like Mike sort of like takes a step back. And I was like, oh, fuck that guy. But also knowing what I know now about Mike, he was like severely drugged this whole time. So like he was just somewhere else. But still, I was like the first one, and who was a real fucking G and is a real fucking G to this day, like that their ride or dies was JWoww. Because she immediately just like boom, 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 going at him.
Yeah.
And
Didn't he end up like getting his shirt ripped off at one point, the guy? I feel like I have this vision of him like outside the club or whatever, the bar, and like half his shirt is like ripped off.
So like he gets kicked off. He like immediately gets arrested because I think there's like cops around there.
Yeah.
But I don't remember, like, I think Ronnie does sort of like kind of fight him outside, but I don't think he got in trouble for it. But I think I was like, oh, dude, men are so fucking useless. Here she is getting like assaulted, and like nobody does anything but her roommate, who I think at the time, because this is season 1, they weren't even that close. Yeah. Like Snooki came in and she was like too much of a party that people were like turned off by her. Yeah. And so she felt like such like the odd one out in the house for like the first couple of episodes. And it was after that fight that she sees how like JWoww defended her, and like Ronnie and Vinny, that she was like, oh, like they do like me. And it was like, well, also, girl, no one should let a man beat up a woman like that. Like, no. And so just seeing it, and one, I was like shook that I saw the uncensored footage, and then 2, that I was like, of course JWoww is the one that stands up for her, and then everybody just sort of lags or either is unaware of what's going on.
You know, she's Latino, right?
Yeah, she's from Peru.
Mm-hmm. Raised Italian. I think she said she identifies.
She's adopted.
She's like, I'm Italian.
Well, yeah, like it was so the show that they're doing now, and actually I don't even know if they're like actively recording like today this year, is like the Jersey Family Vacation. So it's like them as adults getting together, like sometimes with their spouses and kids, but most of the time it's just like getting the old crew back together. One of the Angelina, she had like a strained relationship with her father, was like learning who her father was. So then I think that prompted Snooki to like find out who her parents were, and like wondering like, do I have siblings, and like who are they and stuff. And actually, I mean, I don't know like where that went through, but Snooki also has cervical cancer.
Oh, didn't she recently do an interview? Yeah, a sit-down interview.
Well, I don't know if she did a sit-down interview, but I saw her, like, she did like it was a TikTok where she was in her car. She had just gone out of the appointment, and she was like, ladies, get your yearlies, get your PAPs. Like, this is yours. Take care of yourself. But she was like, yeah, she has cervical cancer. And I think like, if I remember correctly, it was still like, you know, getting caught early on. So she's going to get like all the treatment that she needs. But she was just like, go get your, what did she say? Cuca? Like, she always called her badge her cuca. She's like, go get your cucas checked. Like, yeah, like just go do it. So PSA, put it down here.
Mm-hmm. Get your cuca checked.
Get your cuca checked, please.
Yeah.
get those annuals because we're not getting any younger.
Yeah. Speaking of kuka, we do have some chisme. We have some chisme from someone who wishes to remain anonymous. Let's just call her.
I think she signs a name.
Yeah, but let's keep it anonymous for now. Let's call her Kathy the Cougar.
Kathy the Cougar.
Kathy the Cougar. So she actually sent this to us before we went on the break, or during the break, I guess. And so the subject says, will people chismear about me? She says, hola, amigas. I'm recently single and decided to start catching up on some of the experience I missed prior to and even during my relationship. Dating-wise, but also just hookups. One of my favorite hookups is someone way younger than me. We see each other weekly. I'm in my mid-30s and they are in their early 20s. Let's just say the age gap is more than 10 years, less than 15 years. Is this too big of an age gap? For context, I identify as female and they identify as male. Would the tables be turned and more acceptable if I were a man, or is it weird for regardless of gender? I come to the Barrio Bitches for guidance. Sincerely, Kathy the Cougar.
Okay, so Kathy is mid-30s. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's say 35.
She's our age, yeah.
And this man is in their early 20s.
Yeah.
So more than 10 years.
Less than 15.
So they're like 22, 23?
Yeah.
Is my math correct? Mental math is hard. Okay. I mean, no. I mean, I don't think it's weird. My question is just like, is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Let me work.
Flip it and reverse it. Because
what do you mean? Are you saying
like, is the sex worth it?
So I did respond to her just to kind of get some more context. And this person had been in a relationship for like a while. She did let me know that for some reason, the only men that keep hitting her up are younger men.
Because she's hot. Probably.
And she also was saying that on social media, and I did verify this too, that a lot of older women are kind of choosing to date younger men because there are some of the younger men tend to be a lot more open-minded, having less sort of toxic masculine traits.
Okay. Like being more adventurous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think maybe is contradictory to what we've been told about like Looks Maxine. It's a bunch of young guys, but I think maybe that's like 18-year-olds, not guys in their 20s.
Well, do we know if this is like a young white guy? Or are we talking, is this like Latinos that we're talking about?
I don't know. But she was telling me that it seems that a lot of young guys are looking for older women because of experience. I think too, there's some aspect of the fact that the younger generation isn't having as much sex. So maybe guys don't feel like they can go after girls their age because just women aren't interested for valid reasons, probably. For valid reasons. Whereas I think millennial women have been there, done that, and they're just kind of like freer with their body.
This is strictly sex? This is strictly hookups?
I think so, yeah. That's what I got from it.
I think those are two different things, right? Like you dating someone that's younger, that's older, like a big age gap versus like you just hooking up. So I feel like for me that what would be weird is if you're 35 dating a 23-year-old, because like what could you possibly talk about? Or like, like maybe mature, right? You're looking for like a partner and maybe that's not the mature partner. Maybe by definition, you're not with a mature partner.
Yeah.
But if it's hooking up, I mean, shit, have your fun.
Yeah.
Especially if it's been like just came out of a long-term relationship where like you were monogamous, you were faithful, you have been with sometimes that's like the only person you've ever been with. And so you're like, well, fuck yeah, I want to explore some things. I mean, I was in a long-term relationship. I mean, not wait, did she say how long she was in a long-term relationship?
No, I don't think so.
But I think after that is when you're like, okay, I need to meet more people. I need to be exposed to different things. I need to find out, you know, what's out there.
Yeah.
So I think for like fun, yeah. But I mean, I think if you're trying to get serious, I wouldn't expect much from a 23, 24-year-old on like getting serious.
I also could see a younger man being like, I'm mature enough for you. Like them convincing themselves that they are.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I mean, I don't know. I would love to get Ricky's perspective on this, but I would get the sense that after a while, like a young guy would be like, I don't want to be tied down right now. I'm like young. I don't want to be like.
Well, yeah. Well, that's why if this is a hookup thing, then this is like ideal for both of them because no strings attached. No one's like looking to get serious or in a relationship because, I mean, I guess being the older person in the dynamic or being like the older woman, maybe, and maybe not, you might not even think about it, but maybe you're like, okay, maybe eventually I want like a more solid, you know, partner, like somebody more dependable, somebody that's in my wavelength. And I mean, I seriously doubt you're going to find that in like a 20-something-year-old.
Ricky, what's your perspective as a straight male? Did you ever?
But he dated older women.
Yeah. Did you think like, oh yeah, no, I'm mature enough for her? And in hindsight, are you like, I definitely was not?
Well, first of all, there are older people who are immature.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point.
That is true.
And sometimes the younger person can be more mature just because people mature at different ages based on lived experiences. And what was your second question about? Did
you think you were like mature enough to like be in this relationship? And in hindsight, were you?
In hindsight, from my own personal experience, I think I was taken advantage of.
Oh.
And like not groomed, but kind of groomed, like rapidly groomed.
How old were you, if you don't mind me asking?
I was like 23, 24. Oh, well, I've dated multiple older women. And I think on multiple times I was taken advantage of. Yeah. Hindsight, I shouldn't have.
But that was dating. That was like a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't just hooking up.
Yeah. Again, we're not saying that this person is grooming.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't a relationship.
Guys,
Yeah.
I've had sex before.
What?
Thanks for clarifying that.
That is interesting. That's another topic too that doesn't get discussed. Is we always think of men perpetuating emotional abuse against women, but it happens the other way around as well.
But I mean, that what he's talking about is like a relationship that he was in. So like that leaves the door open for like manipulation, emotional abuse, whatever. Like I think like it being a relationship is sort of that like leaves that like door open for like potential, you know, what Ricardo says that he experienced. But in this story, they're just hooking up. Like I wouldn't find that weird.
Do you think you'd find it weird if it was the other way around?
Yeah, because men are trash.
And you think they're more likely to manipulate?
Yeah, men date younger women.
Men date younger women
to manipulate.
Yeah.
To take advantage of.
Like
they like the idea of like someone who's like not as tainted or whatever.
They could groom their young
But
minds.
then, you know, something that you just said right now that like, okay, so if a young guy wants to like be with older women because they're like more experienced, that's still sort of like kind of like that red pill talk where it's like the one that you end up with needs to be a fucking virgin, but you get to do all the shit you want.
That's
and
true.
like you are looking for experienced women who then, when you are talking about choosing your partner, all of a sudden that type of woman is
She's too
is
experienced.
this too experienced, is the slut, is the low value woman type of shit.
Yeah, like she's too old to have babies and like, you know, whatever.
And she's
the
not, she's
talking point.
like, namely, she's not pure,
Yeah.
right? Quote, she's not like a virgin or whatever. So that's what I think on the one hand, I'm like, girl, get it. Because you know what? Like, if you are enjoying yourself,
And if that's who's reaching out,
if that's who you're attracted to in the moment, and you're like, yeah, I'm all in, and like there's like mutual attraction, and it's all fun, like, yeah, girl, do it. But I would say the minute you get a sense that this isn't, you know, for you, dip. And that's your right. That is your right to do so. I think for me, it's like, if we're flipping it around, I think in general, like in my lived experiences with men, I would judge a man that dates somebody like way, way younger than him.
when you were 20, I wasn't born
When
yet.
I was 20, you were 9/11 had happened, but you hadn't, like,
Yeah.
that type of shit. I mean, I think, okay, either way, whether it's like the age gap is like older women, younger man, or older man, younger man, whatever, like either way, it is a power dynamic to some level.
Yeah. I think that if you're going to be in a relationship like that, you're going to have to make sure, or if you want to make it work and you don't want it to be messy, you're going to have to do a lot of, you're going to have to make sure you're good on the inside, that you're not pursuing this relationship because, quote unquote, you have daddy issues, or you feel like, well, I'm just like a dummy and I need someone older to like mold me, or like you don't want someone predatory either. So like you really have to like suss, okay, am I doing this because like this person's spirit to me is just like, there's no one else like this person. If they were 22, if they were like my age, it'd be the same thing. Or is it the fact that they're older, that's what's attracting you? Because that's also probably would give me pause. Like, why do you want someone older? And you hear a lot of women our age talk about that too. Like, I want to date a 40-year-old. And it's like, why? And it's like, well, because I have issues with men my age. But it's like, maybe we need to dig deep down a little bit more. And like, maybe it's not just the number. It feels like a commodity almost to me. Like, why are you wanting to be in a relationship with like a number age?
What if, okay, so what if like, instead of marrying Ricardo, the love of my life, what if I had come to you and I was like, meet my husband, y es un viejito in like a wheelchair, and like
I'd be
I
like,
feed him soup.
We both love soup. It would give me pause for sure. I would want to know why. What's the scam that
The scam is when he kicks it, you and I are in Vegas.
and then you marry Ricky. Yeah, I don't know. It just, I would say to this person, have your fun. I think since you just got out of a relationship,
Especially because you just got out of a relationship.
protect your heart. I think especially these younger guys are going to try to make you feel like a goddess, right? Because if they're going because you're experienced and you're beautiful and you're like a real woman, don't catch feelings. They're just saying that. And maybe they do genuinely have, right? Because I think there's like a spectrum of like love or like sometimes, yeah, like this person just really likes you, but like they're non-committal. We need to separate that. Attraction and commitment is very different. So if they're saying really nice things to you and they want to, maybe you're only hooking up exclusively with this person and that makes you feel special, I think that's fine. But you just got out of a relationship. You're vulnerable to like people making you feel beautiful, making you feel like sexy. You really have to like decide, am I ready for a relationship? And if this is the right person to do that with.
I mean, I think based on you know, the fact alone that you just got out of a relationship, for me it's like focus on you having fun, focus on you like obviously, you know, being safe, taking care of yourself, but like having fun. And I mean, hey, maybe if the dick is good, it's good, and
Right.
all for it. Have your fun, enjoy it, and you know, maybe get a couple 20-year-olds and see which one's best. Like, do you. But I would also say just take care of yourself, because men at any age are a menace.
So there's this big discourse within the gay community where a lot of gay men are in open relationships and they feel like they've found like it's the key to being in a relationship is to be open, because they see these examples of like straight people who like made this commitment and then they're cheating on each other, and like, what's the point if you're going to be looking elsewhere? Might as well keep it open, et cetera, et cetera. So there's discourse there that like apparently now it's, as gay people, we shouldn't be emulating heteronormative relationships, which I don't agree with, because a lot of gay people have done a lot of work to try to get us the ability to like get married and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think that the solution is to be open in those relationships. I think it's like Megan Thee Stallion just got cheated on. Once a cheater, always a cheater. So it's not necessarily that something's wrong with like the way the relationship is structured. Some people are just hardwired to cheat because, I don't know, from what I've seen from people who've been cheated on, they seem to have daddy issues or dads who are not involved.
Who, the cheater or the cheatee?
The cheater. It seems like from what I've heard from people that I know, the cheaters always seem to have like daddy issues or dads that were not involved.
Or it's that that complex of, wanting to manipulate. So like you're lying to your partner.
It's an ego trip.
Yeah.
Because people are saying, how could you cheat on Megan? It's not that he needs something. He doesn't need something more interesting, because I think, have you seen on TikTok people going through all the women he's cheated on? Like they're just all spectacular. They're beautiful. They have careers or whatever.
I mean, Beyonce got cheated on.
He's not wanting for something. It's just literally something is inept in that person where they feel like it's like a compulsion.
Well, I mean, that's what I said. Like, I think I mentioned it like a while back, where like the excuse that my ex gave me was that he thought he was a sex addict. Which, sure, maybe he is, and may you be getting all the help that you need. But like, I think that's, if you're like a serial cheater, it's no longer about who you're with. And also, why are we putting this on the woman? Like, oh, he cheated on you. Like, no, this guy's trash. He was going to cheat on anybody.
Yeah. Well, I think too, after a while, when you victimize yourself, it's like a drug addict being like, I stole money from your purse because I'm a drug addict. It's like, well, what are you going to do about that? You know what I mean? You can't just be like, well, I'm a cheater. I like fucking. It's
Yeah.
Oh, so you're okay with hurting people, and you're just going to say, well, I'm deficient.
So,
sorry.
I'm just a baby.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
At my ex at. No, like, so you're saying that what you're seeing in other like gay couples is that they're choosing to be open to avoid.
Yes.
I just think that there's always like a tricky part in relationships and dynamics, and like, okay, saying like that you're gonna be open or whatever, but like feelings are feelings. And I think I don't open relationships like inherently have like rules, right? Like,
yeah, they're supposed to. And that's the discourse, is like a lot, some gays who are monogamous are like, gross, I would never. And then the gays that are like open are like, you're just closed-minded. And it's somewhere in the middle, right? Like, you shouldn't be open if one person is hesitant. If you have to convince the person, you probably shouldn't do it. If both of you are just like, ooh, we want that one tonight, or like you're just like so free with your body, fine and great. I'm sure that works for you.
Is open meaning that everybody's in the same relationship? Or I thought it just meant that like, okay, if you and I are a couple, then
you pick
us
someone.
being open, that means I have a separate relationship, but you don't interact with that person. Or I guess it can be both.
It depends.
Oh no.
Because you're thinking
it's not the same as being poly.
Poly means like you have a boyfriend, I have you have a girlfriend, I have a boyfriend, but we're together. And
Oh,
then maybe
I
even
thought everybody was.
no.
I thought poly was everybody was together. And open is just you have your own things.
I
No,
think
polys can be synonymous with open relationships. Say if me and you, for example, if we were poly, you would have I'm your primary, but you have your secondary. So you have like another boyfriend.
But that means
or
you don't
girlfriend.
interact with that person.
No, I don't have to. I mean, I can. I could be like
That would be like a
courteous with
throuple.
them.
But does it also mean that all
I could
three
inter-
of us could be in a relationship?
I can interact with them, but
Josh Brolin, do you hear that?
well,
doesn't mean I'm with them too.
so the
Got
ones that I've
it.
heard of that like they're all in a relationship together, like throuple. That's how I've heard it. So like it's me, you, Ricky, we're all in a relationship. And we live together and
Okay.
you fuck him, I fuck him, like whatever.
We all fuck.
Yeah. So, but I've heard some people saying some single gay men who get frustrated at people who are in open relationships because they're like, because they conceal that they're in an open relationship. So the single person is going into it thinking this might turn into something, and then they quickly realize he's married.
Oh, that's shady.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're gonna be open, if you're gonna be poly, like own it and be like, this is the agreement. And
Yeah.
some people are down with that, some people are not. And unfortunately, if they're not, pues ni modo, move on to the person that is gonna be okay with it.
Yeah, and I've even heard people say like, yeah, I've been in situations where like they do tell me that they're open. I go over to the person's house and you can tell the other partner's pissed that I'm there. Like they're the ones who are
See,
not that into it.
I understand, like, I think, like, you know, logically, I understand what the dynamic can be and all that stuff. But there's a part of me that's always like, feelings are feelings.
Yeah.
And you can't control that shit. Like, you just end up having feelings for someone. And, like, to me, that is like ooh, this can get messy real quick.
Yeah. I mean, there are people, there's this one, I'm sure you've seen him. I don't even know his name, but he's gay. I'm sure you've seen clips of him, but he's like, yeah, like we're open and like, but this man right here, like we're going to die together. Like he's my person, but we're just fucking other people. And I'm like, cool, great. I'm glad you both are secure in that way. But I think there's a lot of discourse because what I don't like is I feel like people think they've found the solution to a problem and that's like the way to fix it. I feel like that's the problem with social media. Like we categorize everything like this method is the thing that's going to like help you get your life together. Like if you do this, like you see it all the time. We label all these trends. Like, I don't know if you saw the discourse too, where Vogue had this hair trend called the cloud bob, but it's actually just an afro.
And just an afro. Yeah.
So I feel like we're doing that like all the time on social media. You see that with Looks Maxine too. If you do this method or like the brow bone, whatever. So I feel like we're just trying to like, we're all so damaged that we're just trying to figure out like the solution.
How to fix ourselves.
But like one of the saddest stories that I saw was this guy saying, yeah, like I went over to this couple's house, these two gay men. We were in the jacuzzi and out of nowhere, the baby monitor goes off and like one of the guys had to go take care of the baby. But they were like in the jacuzzi talking about having sex or like gonna hook up.
That sort of like snaps you out of the snaps you back into the reality of
what's
where
the
you're at.
priority when you just had a baby? Is it really like getting your dick sucked by a third party? I don't know. That's another thing too, is like we talk about men, right?
Sound off.
Men are men, right? So like, and I'm sure there's probably a lot of stories of women who are like, yeah, like I just had birth and my husband wanted to fuck me.
You know something that men will ask the doctor to like
How long?
sew up the women, because sometimes tears.
Yeah.
And so the doctor, like, they sew you back up, but they're like, online I've seen that like men have asked the doctor to like do an extra stitch or two so that the woman's tighter, which is fucking painful for sex and stuff. But like, again, this is just like, man.
That's like genital mutilation.
Exactly. When we're so when we're talking about like open relationships, polyamorous, like I'm obviously speaking from a place of like ignorance. I have never been in an open relationship, except that time I got cheated on, I guess. No, like, I've never been in an open relationship. That is not something that appeals to me. Like polyamory doesn't appeal to me, but I mean, whatever. Like, did you see recently? Caleb Heron. He had Sarah Sherman. And she goes. She's like, I'm not open. She's like, do you want to know why? She's like, because I think it's disgusting. And he's like,
you can't say that. My fans.
But it's like, everybody has their preferences. Yes, that's true. And I think in this topic, I can only speculate so much, and I can only, even when we're talking about men, I'm talking from lived experience of dealing with men my whole life, and so I don't really know, like. Maybe there's a universe where like Ricardo and I are open and poly, and like we're totally okay with that, but that is not something that's for us.
I just think you have to be really mentally like, for it to go smoothly, no drama, like you really have to be like in a good mental place. You have to feel good about yourself, and somehow you're able to disconnect sex from emotions, which not a lot of people can do.
Yeah.
Or there are some people who say they can, but they can't. Or they think that they can. So I don't know. I think some people, it's also how people present it. Like, it works for us, but it's like, does it really? We don't really know the truth.
And it might.
And sometimes
maybe I'm just being a hater it's, yeah. And I think because you and I are not in those situations, we're just sort of left to the imagination of like, what could they think? What could the scenarios be like? But we don't know. But if there's a poly, couple out there, give us your insight. Like that guy who liked wedgies.
Can I tell you about this porn site that, well, I've known about it for a while, but it's called, I don't know who it's for. I think it is for women and gay men.
Okay.
This is very graphic, what I'm about to say. But so the website is called See Him Fuck. And it's from like the female perspective. Like they'll do like a POV. And it's very centered around the man, and it's like the camera is always like kind of looking at him. And they do these sexual positions where they show like his asshole and stuff. So they'll have his legs like this, and then the woman sitting on top of him, but it almost looks like she's kind of like fucking him in a way.
That's what they did that's what they sort of portrayed in that show. DTF St. Louis.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's like up like this, legs up, and she's standing. I mean, it's a show, so obviously I didn't see like actual penetration. So I'm wondering,
you didn't see Jason Bateman's butt.
Sorry for the graphic, but like he's still penetrating her, but it looks.
Yes, but she's the one standing.
Yes.
And so it does look like. I mean, like also, I guess who's to say that women can't be the ones doing the fucking?
Exactly.
Feminism.
But it's.
I've seen this. This website's very popular, and trust me, the guys are doing the fucking.
Yes.
They're like.
Do you define that by who's putting in the most effort?
Well,
is that how we define fucking?
So this website follows a formula. They always start off taking off the guy's socks. They put their feet in their mouths. Mm-hmm. They always give them a rim job.
Yes.
The guys put their whose
feet in the girls' mouths, or like they'll choke them with their feet.
Men.
But yeah, like this site is very interesting, and I would love to get someone else's perspective on like because on the surface of it, it does feel very like liberating, but at the same time, it's like a woman worshiping the man.
Yeah, it's very submissive towards women.
You are putting him in these positions where his legs are up and you can see his asshole or whatever. But
the man is still in control?
Yes. Like he's flexing at the camera. So it's very much, I think it's just, I think it's intended for women, but it's very much obviously queer baited.
Okay.
Because you're seeing these straight men in the female perspective. And then they're doing some kind of like gay things, like getting a rim job or whatever.
I mean, I think they're like...
And the guys, it always starts off with the girls oiling the guys up.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I gotta watch one of these. Let me watch one and report back next week.
I am a fan.
I think there's such like a... Back to my question, like, is the fucker based on the person who's putting more effort? Is the fucky... the one that's just there?
I don't know. To me, whenever I think of straight porn, I just think the fucker is just the one who's like, it just, I don't know, straight porn always just looks like the one who's like making it the other person like in pain or something. You know what I mean? Just like the sounds that the women make.
Because I guess, and I'm going to say mainstream because like this is the porn that I would say is like the most mass produced out there that is for men, where it's like you're choking like women, like gagging women, choking women, like women are like their eyes are like red and they're crying, and but everything else says that they're enjoying enjoying the moment, air quotes.
Yeah.
But that can't be. Again, I'm speaking from a place of this isn't my thing, so like that. For me, I'm like, that can't be fun, but you know, maybe it is for some people.
Well, Luke and I talk about this too. Sometimes the porn that I've seen of like twinks or bottoms or whatever, where they're fucking a guy with like a 9-incher or whatever, and like they're not even hard. And for me as a bottom, if I'm not hard, that means I'm not enjoying it.
Okay. I mean,
so that's from my perspective, like kind of like you're saying, like, and Luke was like, well, you don't know that. And I'm like, well, I'm just saying from my perspective.
He's like, I choose to believe the film.
I'm like, well, I'm just letting you know that if we're ever having sex and I'm not hard, then I'm not enjoying it.
That's like men doing that. Almost knocked the mic, doing that thing where they just go like this.
Yeah.
And you're like, men have to know that's not a good thing.
So there we are talking about porn again. I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yes. Another one for the books.
We'll be back next week for more porn site recommendations.
More chisme. Send your chisme.
Yes.
Please email us at barriobpod@gmail.com. Send us your chisme. The juicier, the better. And check us out on TikTok. We're at Barrio Bitches. And then on Instagram at Barrio Bitches. And then YouTube, Barrio Bitches.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Are they all the same?
Yeah, they're all the same.
Yeah, I thought one of them was different. But follow us, find us, danos un like, mándanos un like y te mandamos uno para atrás.
Yeah. I would love to hear more male perspective chismes, because I think we've had a lot of...
You're like, oh God, another man.
We've heard a lot from women. I'd love to hear some male perspective.
Yes, and okay, I know men like to gossip.
Yeah.
So just send me some chisme. Send us some chisme. Give us some tea.
Mm-hmm. We want to hear it.
Y ahí nos vemos.
Bye.
Bye.